DB Cooper is alive. I just know it. The letter danced on the edge of madness. My heart raced, paranoia swelling with each cryptic line. It felt eerie, almost like fate had scooped me into the underbelly of untruths. And Clara, my old friend, an ex-FBI agent. When I saw her face, sparks of nostalgia twinkled, but shadows lurked behind her eyes. We met in a cafe, steam rising from our mugs like smoke signals. "This is bigger than you think," she whispered, the urgency in her voice sending a shiver down my spine. A simple conversation spiraled into a hunt for secrets, cloaked in decades of silence. Her hands trembled as she flipped through dusty files. Each fraying page revealed whispers of betrayal, and the air thickened with secrets. My pulse quickened. "Do you think we're stirring something dangerous?" I stammered, dread clawing at my throat. Clara's silence shattered like glass, tension crackled like static. We dove deeper. Every clue felt alive, but as the pieces clicked together, so did a chilling realization. Family ties could unravel like fragile threads. My own family. I could barely breathe. My chest tightened with the weight of forgotten histories. I could see it now. Each clue brought us closer, yet I couldn't shake the thought. Was truth worth this risk? The cafe door swung open, a gust of icy wind engulfing us. Clara paled, eyes wide, as we caught sight of a figure watching from the street. My breath hitched. Was it him? Had we drawn too much attention? I peered into the mist, stomach twisting, heart pounding against my ribs. The figure's face shifted like a dream, obscured by the fog. A pulse of fear surged. Clara? Her gaze flickered to mine, the look of unspoken dread hanging thick in the air. Goosebumps raced down my spine. What if we just uncovered something we weren't meant to? Then, a low voice broke the silence, sharp and cold. "You're digging too deep." The unexpected words hung heavy, chilling my bones. What had we done? Before you go on, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been saying that YouTube, out of nowhere, unsubscribes them from the channel. Take a quick look to make sure the red button is on. That way, you won't miss any of the videos still to come. And while you're at it, hit the like button, because it really helps me keep bringing you stories like this. Oh, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know. My gut twisted as those chilling words sank in. "You're digging too deep." I felt raw panic. An icy grip closed around my heart. Was this the end? We had stumbled into something dark. The room felt heavy, the air taut with danger. Clara's eyes were wide, reflecting my dread. I blinked, trying to process. Suddenly, she stepped back, her face ghostly pale. "I didn't want you to know," her voice cracked. "But it's my father. He's DB Cooper." My stomach dropped. Memory fragments hit like shrapnel. The trail ripped through me. All those years, the trust I had. "Clara, no! That can't be true!" My voice trembled barely above a whisper. But her silence screamed louder. The weight of her secret hung in the air. The figure outside moved closer. A shadow. An omen? "Clara, what have we unleashed?" My throat tightened as desperation clawed at me. This wasn't just a hunt anymore. It was a reckoning. A tense silence engulfed us. My heart raced. It felt like the walls were closing in. Too many secrets. Too much at stake. "Do you realize?" she started. But then the door swung open again, shattering our moment. Footsteps echoed. The chill seeped deeper. In that heartbeat, everything shifted. "Who are you?" I gasped. The darkness shifted. Unanswered questions loomed. A storm on the horizon. My heart skidded to a halt. Clara's words crashed over me like heavy waves. He's D.B. Cooper. I felt the walls close in, suffocating. How could this be? I stumbled back, my mind racing. The cafe blurred around us. Your father? You must be mistaken. But her eyes bore the weight of truth. Suddenly, realization struck like a lightning bolt. You knew all along. Anger surged. Betrayal ripped through me. I thought we were partners. Her silence roared louder than ever. The figure outside stepped closer. I couldn't breathe. Was he part of this? Clara, why didn't you tell me? My voice shook. I was trapped. A dark vortex threatening to pull me under. Because her eyes filled with tears. I wanted to protect you. He's dangerous. My stomach twisted. Protect me? Or hide? Did I even know her? A deep chill settled in my bones. The air thickened as I stared at her. Everything I thought was solid now felt like shifting sand. Unanswered questions swirled. The door creaked open wider. Who are you? I gasped again, fear slicing through me. Someone who knows too much, the shadow replied, voice low, dripping with menace. A heavy silence fell. What had we unleashed? A storm brewed in the depths of my soul. I couldn't shake off the feeling. We were in over our heads. Could I trust Clara? Or was she just a pawn in a game far bigger than us? I kept asking, fearing the answers would shatter everything. The shadow stepped into the light. My breath caught. It was a man I recognized. No. My heart raced, pounding like a drum in my ears. He belonged to my childhood, my father's old friend. You? The betrayal sliced deeper. You're involved in this too? Yes, and it's worse than you think. His eyes were coal black, devoid of warmth. Panic wrapped around me like a vice. Why? I choked out. What do you know? He leaned closer, voice a whisper. Your mother knew. Clara isn't just your friend. She's your half-sister. I tried to protect you. A wave of nausea crashed over me. My world splintered. Was I tangled in lies? My mind raced. I wanted to scream, to lash out. Clara's face turned to stone. Tell me it's not true. I shook my head, eyes wide, but nothing mattered anymore. Trust shattered. What have you done? Silence, heavy and suffocating, clung to us. An unrelenting storm brewed within. I couldn't breathe. Clara, please, tell me this isn't true. I felt the world tilt, nausea churning in my stomach. But her silence was a knife, sharp and unforgiving. You're my sister? My entire life has been a lie? I stumbled back, fingers gripping the edge of the table. My pulse thundered, drowning out everything else. I could barely breathe. The shadow stepped in closer. You have no idea what your mother covered up. She wasn't innocent. His words struck like ice. My heart froze. What do you mean? Your mother? She was involved. With D.B. Cooper in ways you'd never fathom. Shock wrapped around me, squeezing tight. I felt the walls closing in again. My heart raced, pulse pounding against my temples. That's a lie! Clara shouted, her face a storm of betrayal. But doubt crept in. What if it was true? A sickening dread pooled in my gut. Enough! The man hissed, his eyes narrowing. You're in danger now. All of you. What? I glanced at Clara. Her expression was unreadable, a mask hiding truths I might never know. Why should we trust you? I spat, anger boiling over. Because you don't have a choice. The air grew heavy, thick with silence. What had we stumbled into? A shudder raced through me. The cafe seemed to shrink, the shadows deepening. I felt trapped on this jagged edge. Where would we go from here? The door swung open, and the bell jingled once more, a haunting echo in my mind. Who's coming now? Was this just the beginning? The uncertainty clawed at me, dread lacing every breath. Would we be able to escape this dark legacy? The door swung open again. My heart slammed in my chest. I glanced at Clara, searching her face for something, anything to hold on to. But the betrayal writhed like a serpent between us. Then I heard the voice. You think this is just about DB, Cooper? I turned. The shadow was gone, replaced by another figure, this one far too familiar. My mother. No! The words slipped from my lips like a gasp. Her eyes were wild, frantic. You need to listen to me. Anger burned through the shock. Listen, to you? After everything? Please, it's not what you think. My breath quickened. What did you do? Everything to protect you. Her voice cracked, tension exploding between us. I had to keep the truth buried. Truth? The lies weighed heavy in my chest. What truth? She stepped closer, eyes desperate. Your father is alive. He's not just Cooper. He's tied to everything. My stomach twisted. Alive? Why would you say that? Because it's true. Paranoia consumed me. Why now? Why not tell me before? The silence thundered. To keep you safe, she whispered, but doubt gnawed at me. The cafe felt smaller, air thick and suffocating. I needed to escape, the walls closing in, shadows whispering secrets I wasn't ready to face. Get out, I yelled, pointing at her. You've done enough. The door creaked, uncertainty creeping back in. Don't shut me out. Her voice shook, desperation echoing in the room. But it was too late. Everything I once believed felt like ashes in my mouth, choking me with betrayal. Would she ever be honest? Or was every word another twist in the web of deceit? Suddenly, the cafe felt cold and empty. My breath fogged, panic rising like a tide, drowning out any clarity. What had I walked into? Was truth worth facing, or was it better left buried? The air thickened, and I felt it. A crackling hush wrapped around the cafe. As my mother stepped closer, her frantic eyes boring into mine, disbelief twisted in my gut. You're lying. Am I? She snapped. What if you're not who you think you are? Her words struck like a punch. What do you mean? I gasped. Her gaze fell, trembling hands revealing a folded newspaper clipping. You were adopted. It was all to keep you safe. Shock flooded me. Adrenaline surged, and I staggered back. You've kept that from me all these years? Pain crushed my chest. Everything was shattered. But her face transformed, desperation morphing into resolve. You need to know. They're coming for you. All of you. Panic spiraled. My whole life, a construct of lies. How could you? My voice wavered. Because the truth is far worse than you imagine. And just like that, the air turned electric. Did I even know my own mother? Silence screamed at us. Who was I? What had we awakened? The walls felt like they were closing in, the shadows curling around my heart. Everything is a lie? My chest constricted, a tight band squeezing my heart. I stumbled back, grappling with the fresh wave of betrayal. You were supposed to protect me. My mother's expression hardened. I did it for a reason, but you're not just anyone. You've got more connections to Cooper than you know. More? What did that even mean? What are you talking about? She took a step closer, the weight of her words heavy. You're not just adopted. Clara isn't your half-sister. She's your twin. I thought I could keep you safe from them. From him. My vision blurred. Twin? That meant everything I thought was solid, my past, my identity, was a fracture, a mirror shattered into chaos. What? How could you? I felt dizzy, the ground beneath me wavering. Silence felt suffocating, the air thick like molasses. Every heartbeat was a whisper of fear. They were coming for us. What had I unleashed? Everything I knew felt like a lie. And in that moment, I didn't know who to trust. Panic twisted in my gut. I looked at my mother, disbelief etching lines on my face. You're saying I'm adopted? That Clara is my twin? How could you keep this from me? I thought I was protecting you. Her voice cracked, tears pooling in her eyes. My heart raced. Protecting me? Or keeping your secret safe? She stepped closer, desperation etched on her features. You need to understand. We're in danger. They've been watching you. A cold sweat broke out across my skin. Who's coming? Before she could answer, the door slammed open again. A figure stood silhouetted in the doorway. My breath caught in my throat. It was him. The same shadow from before. No, I screamed, backing into the wall, heart hammering. Run, my mother cried, grabbing my arm. But I was paralyzed. What had I stumbled into? The truth felt like poison in my veins. Too many secrets, too much at stake. And in that moment, I knew there would be no escaping what was coming. The shadow lunged forward, but my mother's grip tightened around my arm. Don't move, she hissed. I felt the chaos swell, every heartbeat raw with fear. Clara stood beside me, her eyes wide, filled with a mix of anguish and resolve. We face this together, she whispered, her voice a lifeline amid the turmoil. In that moment, a bond forged from truth and pain ignited between us. We won't let him take us, I said, finding my strength against the darkness. Side by side, we confronted the monstrous legacy of our fathers. Together, Clara echoed, and it rang like a promise. The weight of our revelations hung in the air, but there was an ember of hope among the ashes. And as we stepped into the unknown, the shadows began to scatter. This is your moment to act. You need to subscribe now to ensure you don't miss any of the exclusive stories coming your way. Press the like button now to help the algorithm. Don't wait any longer to share your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the ending? Share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this conclusion. If you liked my story, keep going and watch the next one that's appearing now. I think it will move you too.